This is Bill Walker again in the TV26 newsroom to follow up once again on the information we've already reported to you. Reports are now trickling in about injuries and fatalities on the heels of the explosions we've been hearing about in both Washington, D.C. and in New York City. What few reports getting out of the East Coast are saying that damage and casualties are extensive. We're told that phone lines are collapsing from the overload of callers trying to get hold of loved ones in the affected areas. We're also getting reports of even more attacks, this time on the west coast of the United States. But like before, confirmation is very sketchy, and communications are extremely minimal. And I've now been informed that President Kennedy will be making a statement to the American people here very, very shortly. Presumably, he will be adding more confirmation to what reports we have gotten so far, and also presumably he will more than likely order the activation of the Conrad emergency system. Now, of course, we do not know that he has or will order its activation, but given the ever-increasing gravity of the situation, it seems inevitable, at least to this reporter, that he will indeed take this action. Once again, to bring you up to date, reports are now coming in from the East Coast unanimously stating extensive damage and a very high number of casualties from the explosions reported. And now word is coming in of similar explosions in and around cities on the West Coast, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and the Pacific Northwest. But these are taking a similar path as before. Reports and confirmations are minimal, and contact with correspondents is extremely difficult. Also, to repeat, we've just been informed that President Kennedy will be making a statement to the public very shortly. We will, of course, carry that statement here live on TV26, so we do ask you to be patient and also to stand by for more...
Bill, President in 10 seconds. 10 seconds to the President.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I've been told that the President is now ready to address the nation, so we switch you now to President Kennedy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next voice you hear will be that of the President of the United States.
My fellow Americans, it is with a very heavy heart that I come before you today to inform you that this country has fallen under a nuclear attack. For reasons of national as well as personal security, I am unable to disclose the exact location from which I am speaking to you. It has been confirmed that the damage to Washington, D.C., the damage from these attacks is extensive, as are fatalities and casualties. And we have now also been informed of similar explosions and attacks in other East Coast cities, including New York City. And we have also confirmed attacks on the West Coast now as well, including the cities of Los Angeles, San Francisco, Portland, and Seattle. We have good reason to believe that these missiles that contained the destructive warheads originated from the Soviet Union, as well as outlying areas under Soviet control. We have been monitoring the situation, and as events have warranted, we are taking appropriate retaliatory actions. In light of this catastrophic situation, we are asking people who reside close to the areas affected by these nuclear attacks, we are asking these people not to panic and to remain in your homes. I am also ordering the activation of the Conrad emergency system, and we are advising all radio and television stations to comply with this activation as soon as possible. I wish that there was something else I could say or do at this time. I know that many of you find yourselves trapped in the middle of this, and in a sense, we all are. The best thing, the only thing we can do now is to pray. To pray for the safety of our people, for our nation, for our planet. May God forgive us, and may God
You have been listening to the President of the United States speaking from an undisclosed location. To repeat, the President has confirmed nuclear attacks in Washington, D.C., as well as in New York City. He has also disclosed additional attacks on cities on the west coast of the United States. He mentioned, I believe, Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Portland. And also, you just heard, the President has ordered the activation of the Conrad Emergency Alert System. So now, at this time, we will break away to your local television and radio stations in order to take compliant measures. Ladies and gentlemen, in compliance with security and civil defense measures set forth by the United States government, we are now activating the Conrad Emergency Alert System. This is an official Conrad radio emergency alert. This is not a test. In a few moments, normal broadcasting on this television station will cease for an indefinite period. If you are at home viewing this alert, we urge you to remain in your home, and if it can be helped at all, do not venture outdoors. If you are out and about, we strongly advise that you take shelter, whatever shelter you can, and keep a working portable radio nearby at all times to stay informed of any further developments. Civil defense information will be broadcast at regular 10-minute intervals in most areas at 640 kilohertz and 1240 kilohertz on your regular AM radio dial. All residents in the northern Miami Valley area, including Dayton proper, as well as the cities of Springfield, New Carlisle, Vandalia, Troy, and all points on or north of U.S. Route 35, will receive official defense information at 640 kilohertz on your AM dial, while residents in the southern Miami Valley area, including the cities of West Carrollton, Centerville, Miamisburg, Springboro, and all points south of U.S. Route 35, will receive information at 1240 kilohertz on your AM dial. Repeating, this is not a test. This is an official Conrad radio emergency alert. Normal broadcasting on this television station will now be discontinued for an indefinite period. We advise you to again tune your radios to 640 on your AM dial if you're currently in the northern Miami Valley, or 1240 on your AM dial if you're currently in the southern Miami Valley, to remain apprised of any and all civil defense news or other information. This television station will now cease all broadcasting. This is Channel 26, WSWO Television, serving Dayton and the entire Miami Valley from Springfield.